Blessed are we, magical people. All right, so we're gonna have fun today. I decided to do a video. Again, this video is in honor of my friend Elisa of Elisa's Soul Kisses. She's having a sale right now, crystal sale. And I decided to take 7 crystals that she has up and utilize her pictures and hopefully I can share that with you and talk about their properties, talk about their the physical attributes and different things in regards to 7 of these crystals. In the description, you can see what I have to share. So that is fun. Again, we'll do 7 crystals, and I'll talk a little bit about the shapes as well, because all of that comes into play, the different shapes, how to utilize them. So hopefully you'll enjoy. So, and again, stick around because towards the end, we might do something fun, right? We'll have fun. So be present for that if you're able to. And then definitely check her sale out. I have the link in the description. And it's fun, y'all. We're going to have fun. So there's a lot of information to cover, and I know it's only 7 crystals, but still. I'm going to talk a little bit about, I hope everyone's doing well. Let me know how y'all are doing. Well, hello, Shauna. Shauna Nana. I love your name. Welcome, Jackie, Luna, Callie, Jade. Thank you again, you guys. I haven't had enough coffee today, but that's okay. So I might be a little cray-cray, but that's cool. Don't mind me. And always feel welcome to share your thoughts, share if you've utilized any of these crystals, if you have any of the shapes that we're going to be talking about in a second, share your thoughts, share your experiences if you'd like. You don't have to, but you can. And I have no idea what to title this. So that's why I'm like, okay, this is actually information that you can add to your book of shadows, or just information to add to something that's important to you, like correspondences, but it's so much more. So Anywho, let's just get into the stuff. So, and don't mind if there's typos. I apologize. I was just trying to get this stuff up, and it obviously takes a lot longer than I had anticipated. So let's talk about crystal shapes. So we're going to talk about I think 5 crystal shapes. And then we'll get into the crystals. Okay. Yes, it's live on Facebook and YouTube. So yeah, I wanted to make sure to, reach as many people as possible. So I don't know. Crystals are awesome, y'all. So crystal shapes, we're going to talk about tumbled. So tumbled crystals, and I do have some, look. Cute. Tumbled crystals are, what do you use tumbles for? They're really fun because they're small, right? They're small and you can utilize them in so many different things. They're usually kind of smooth, and you can fit a few in your hands, or 1 or 2, whatever. But they're great for spell bags. They're great for intentions. They're great for carrying on the body. If some people wear bras, you can stick it in there. Stuck it. Oh my gosh, see, not enough coffee. So you can definitely stick it in your bra. You can stick it in your pockets. You can stick them in your purse. So tumbles are really great, and they're usually a little more affordable too. So again, they help you in many ways. So you don't have to get these massive crystals, right? You can work with tumbles, and just because they're smaller, it doesn't mean that they're any less effective, right? And so tumbles, again, they're really great for meditation. They're really great to carry on as small, to utilize in different things. Yeah, tumbles, bra stones. That's absolutely accurate for a lot of people. And yeah, Shauna, if you'd like to, if you feel compelled to share, please do. We're going to spend some time. It might be a while. We'll be talking about crystals. So if you want to, I would love for that to be something. So another cool thing, that's a really good, yes, people say crystals don't work unless they are on your body. That's not necessarily true. just because crystals, scientifically they emit vibration, they emit energy, and so it can, it can get through the layers of clothing. But when you do have them on your skin, right, when you have them touching you, there's something about that connection. And so, holding on to a crystal, it really, you can tap into that frequency. And so again, great for spell bags. Carrying on the body reminds us, again, because they're like usually are tiny, but reminds us that small steps and the little things can have major influences. And I like that. I like that reminder because, again, these can be a little tiny. Ooh, I have some more, you guys. Sorry, I just saw that. These are little obsidians. But they are, I have crystals all over the place right now, but they do. Tumbled stones remind us that, you know what? Little things, little steps, day by day, if we show up for ourselves and we apply ourselves, little choices, little decisions, it all influences the bigger, experience. So it's a really great reminder that major power, massive awakening, and all of these great things happen by the small choices and the small applications that we do. So don't ever feel disempowered, and don't ever feel like, oh, I don't have enough, or I'm too small to create a impact, right? An impact. No. Oh my gosh, I love obsidian too. So tumbled, let's see, tumbled make great worry stones to keep in your pocket. Choose what type, exactly. And so just know you're going to filter. Just know that you're going to filter whatever tumble you have, right? The vibration of that specific tumble. So if it's amethyst, or if it's just, powerful quartz, if it's just quartz or obsidian, all of that has specific energy, specific intentions, specific things that it activates. And so these little steps, if I need help stepping into my power, right, I might utilize carnelian for that, like a carnelian tumble, which I don't have on hand, you guys. But I might work with a carnelian tumble, or again, whatever you associate with stepping into your power, right? If I need help reminding myself of my strength, of my to take action, to follow through, I might have a tumble on me. I might put it in my bra. Luckily, I don't actually need a bra anymore because I've lost so much weight. I've never worn a bra, but I can only imagine, you guys. Anywho, but you can, put it in your pocket, your purse. You can even have like little tumbles in your car, right? And they're not so huge, so they don't take up too much space, because space is a factor as well for a lot of us. So that's really great. So definitely take that into consideration. And I'm going to go on to other shapes, but I just wanted to express a little bit about tumbles, right? Tumbled stones and their beauty. And they usually are smooth or smoother. And so they feel really nice in the hand. And when they feel really nice in the hand, you adjust to that energy. And it's a really pleasant experience. So yeah, I carry lapis, shungite, and jet in my pocket all the time. I need to get another healerite tumble to carry. Ooh, I like that. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. I really do. So let's go into, and you guys, if you have anything that you'd like to say, how you work with your tumbles, feel free to share, because again, we're co-creating this experience and we're gonna have fun. I feel your pain, having lost 20 pounds in 3 months. My bras are large and need new ones. Can't get those tumbles and they fall out, right? Yeah, the struggle. So let's go into palmstones, right? Crystal shapes. I don't have a palmstone to show. I wish I did. So palmstones, I really like palmstones because they're smooth, right? They're very smooth. And I just like that feel. They're smooth, so their smoothness helps to lay on the body. So if you're doing like healing work, or if you're doing like grids and you're working with someone who has a body, you're a physical person, or even like a cat or a dog, if they stay, an animal, a llama, I don't know. But if they can stay put, palmstones, this is palmstones, y'all. But palmstones are really awesome to work with because they tend to lay a little better than like rounded stones and other stones that might not really sit on the body too well, or on a space too well. Yeah. So so their smoothness helps to lay on the body to attune to the crystal's vibration. So when it's touching the body, and it's just there, right? It's laying there, and boom. That vibration, that energy, how I see it, I see this energy, the crystals like laying, the palm stones here, and its essence is like just boom, influencing the body and helping for that connection, right? And they are great for meditation and affirmations because again they fit wonderfully for most people, not everyone, depending on the size of your hands and the size of the palm stone as well, but they fit really well in the palm. And so you can hold on to it, and that smoothness can really help you with stating your affirmations because it's like you're initiating this connection with the crystal, but you're also associating that smoothness, and it's helping you step into the mindset, the feeling, and the experience of creating something with the crystal. So obviously, the different crystals will have their specific associations that you'll utilize. So when you're meditating, holding something like that, oh, this is a coin, but you'll get the point. This is bronzite. This is not a palm stone, really. It's a coin, but it's smooth, right? And so just holding it, just like it really helps you tap into the influence of the crystal. It helps you tap into your meditation, or when you're having something to hold on to as you're affirming, as you're stating your intentions, as you're chanting, right? It helps. And so palm stones are really great for that, right? Okay, so let's see. Shauna, let's see. I like palm stones best for pockets. So yeah, because again, usually they're a little more compact, they're smooth, and they're great for that space. Absolutely. Um, Elisa, palm stones, bed and pillow stones. Yeah, absolutely great. So that's cool too. Yes. So there's that. So normally I carry garnet, a quartz, and a hematite, however you pronounce it. Everyone says it different. Uh, the hematite is a grounder, the quartz is an all-around booster and shield, and the garnet is my power stone. I love that. I love garnets. You can ask Elisa. I have bought so many garnets from her. I love garnets. They're delicious. And so again, palm stones. So if you need help with meditating, this is really good. So this is not a palm stone, but amethyst. Amethyst is said to help work through addictive behaviors or addiction of all sorts. So if you are working through something that's very addictive, or if you're working through an addiction, whether it be food, whatever it is, if you're working through some sort of addiction, you can actually take a palm stone that is amethyst, right? And really meditate and set your affirmations and your intentions and work with it. Obviously you want to work with so many other things, so do the mundane application and do the other things that help you. But if you want a supplement in a spiritual sense, right, you can work with an amethyst palm stone and like set your intentions, affirmations, meditate, and really allow for that energy to feel really good in your hand or wherever you're placing it, and co-create with it, utilize it, right? Does that make sense? And even if you're, let's say that addictive expression, right? That addictive expression is rooted in a certain chakra, right? So then you can lay down, and then you can place that palm stone, because again, its texture, the smoothness, and the way it's created, really great to lay on the body. Sometimes I get frustrated when I'm trying to lay and put a tumble. I'll put a tumble on, and just whoops, I took a deep breath. My belly went somewhere, and boom, there it goes, just flew off. Yeah, that happens. And I'm like, no, I need it. So palm stones are just better in that sense, and in my opinion. So you can take that palm stone and place it on whatever chakra point that you're trying to work with, and releasing that sort of addiction and processing those addictive tendencies and all of that energy, right? So that's really cool. The ability to work with palm stones. So yeah, there's so many different ways. And again, remember, these are just my thoughts, what I pick up and what I utilize. I always encourage you to get more information, learn from other people, and utilize that information, right? So don't just listen to what I have to say. And remember, there's a lot of stuff we're going to cover today. Please take it and utilize it as best as you can. But I am not a doctor. So remember that. I feel that it's very important to co-create. So proper, help, professional help where able and when able, and supplement. Use this or use these things with your proper medication and other things like that. So be aware of that. I'm not a doctor, so please always check with the right professionals and of that nature. Okay, so which that's good. So, which would you say is the best stone to help with deep grief? So many great stones. Um, I will. I'm going to get into so much more, but I'll answer that really quickly. One that I really like is a combination. So it would be for me. Again, you have to. There's so many different ways to work with stones and different stones for great things, and it really depends on this deep grief. But I would combine black obsidian and black tourmaline, right? And the only reason is because I find for me, and you have to be careful with black obsidian because it's so intense. You don't want to work with it, for long periods of time. But black obsidian helps to unearth deep-rooted programming and helps to sort of like create sort of incision so we can pull out that deep grief. But we also want to be careful because it can be very heavy on the heart. And I think that's working with anything fear-based or trauma or anything shadow work or anything of that nature. When we're working through heavy subjects, it's really important for us to not like focus on it like 24 hours a day. We have to give ourselves some time to adjust and heal and take a breather and rest and relax and retune, right? So black obsidian helps to get into like those deep experiences, but black tourmaline helps to bring this higher understanding, and it helps bring more like transformative experiences, and it transmutes that negative vibration or the negative reaction in our body that we might have, right? So there's that. Okay. So again, it just depends. Let me put this up here. So that was on Facebook. So I like to counteract emotions. Most people use crystals for dealing with symptoms like Apache tears, lepidolite. I love lithium quartz. Oh my God, I love lithium quartz. I like to work with the illness with uplifting crystals like sunstone, citrine, angelite, selenite. Yeah, and it all depends. It all depends. There's so many wonderful things to work with. So it just depends on how you choose to tackle that situation. Okay. All right. So let's get into the next shape that we're going to address today. So crystal shapes, right? Hearts. Oh my gosh. You guys, I have a ton of hearts and I don't have any. Oh, you can't see it because I have it up. Here's one. So hearts. What do you work with hearts for? How do you utilize hearts? But hearts are really great it helps us activate the heart chakra. It helps us to focus on love, compassion, and understanding. Heart crystals, heart-shaped crystals help to channel a higher vibration into life. And what I mean by that is like hearts, they help us to feel good. They help us to tap into what is in our heart chakra. And they help us like, okay, if I'm going through something and I want to have a heart-centered approach, or if I want to understand more about what I'm invested in a heartfelt way, I'll work with a heart stone, a heart-shaped stone, because it allows me to really get to the core of something, but in a way that makes me feel really good, that I love, that I enjoy. So yeah, I love hearts. Hearts are great, and heart shapes, they remind us to be heart-centered. They remind us to be connected to our emotions, as well as to be connected to divinity and spiritual essence, right? It doesn't matter what kind of crystal it is. If it's a heart shape, it helps us understand compassion and love and that love vibration. So it's really great for relationships. It's really great for not just relationships with the physical people as in our reality, but also relationships with our own divinity, relationships with self. Heart crystals are great for just tuning into a higher vibration to something. So if we're going through a really challenging time, get a heart crystal. Boom, it helps you feel better. Place it on your heart, right? And tune into that. So again, we're going to use the amethyst again I do have a big amethyst. I actually have it down here somewhere, but I'm not going to dig for it. So if we have like that addiction, energy, and we really want to treat ourselves well and have more compassion, or for other people who it's hard sometimes when you're dealing with people who have addiction, and it causes a lot of different chaos, not just for the individual who's going through that, but for the families and people around them. So if you are someone around that type of energy and you want to have more compassion and understanding, you can actually take an amethyst heart, place it on your heart space, and really tune in and meditate with that, and even use your affirmations, your chanting, whatever it is you're doing. But you can work with all of that to really have this understanding of what this individual is going through, and to approach the situation with more love and compassion, right? Does that make sense? So I really like, I was really I really was, to acquiring all the heart crystals, at one moment. Like I was. So yeah, I do. I have the amethyst is like down here somewhere, but it's in a box. So yeah, one of my deities likes to be offered heart crystals. I love that. Yeah. So tap into the heart, for higher vibration, for love, for passion, for understanding, unconditional love. So heart-shaped crystals, actually, if you have an altar, a family altar, heart-shaped crystals would be really great for a home, to really ask for this love, this understanding, and for a healthy home, right? So there's that. So yeah, there's heart. I think I have two more crystal shapes we're going to go through. And again, this is just a little bit of information. It doesn't explain or express everything, just tidbits to work with. So the next crystal shape, oh my gosh, I have to share this with you. It's huge, and I'm like always, oh, look, super cute. Crystal spheres. Oh my goodness. I have always wanted a quartz crystal sphere, and recently I was able, sorry, it's heavy, to acquire one, right? So I'm happy. So yes, I'm trying to think. Spheres. So let's get into spheres. How do you work with spheres? Let me know. Comment. Let me know how you work with spheres. Do you scry? Do you utilize spheres in different ways? Tell me. I would like to know. Oh no, I have a smoky quartz over here in the corner. I can't. No. My smoky quartz is like way bigger and heavier and safe where it is. I wish I could. Maybe one day I'll show it to you. But yeah, no. That's over. It's in the corner. But this is beautiful. So spheres, let me know. How do you work with spheres? So spheres remind us, again, it's a sphere. Say it with me, sphere. Apparently can't stop saying it. So they remind us that we are all interconnected and a part of this cosmic experience. We are all a part of this earthly experience. It is global. Like, think global. Think, this energy. It is continuous, right? Together we are one, right? So spheres I love because they help us tap into this more like integrative experience. Spheres I really enjoy because we can utilize to scry with, we can utilize to tap into the cosmic experience, and they feel nice, right? They do. I mean, you can meditate with them. Meditate with them. I really can communicate, I promise. But you can meditate with them. You can hold a sphere and really just get in connection with your highest and best. You can hold a sphere and tap into cosmic understanding. You can utilize it to peer into things, right? You can look at a sphere and scry and divine, like, what do you see? What do you experience? How does that make you feel? What's popping up? it helps you tap into different vibrations, different energies that you can utilize to perfect your life and help you with choices to see, right? Spheres help us see like the bigger picture. Spheres help us to tap into different situations, different choices, different opportunities. If we follow through in different ways, how is it going to manifest? So spheres allow us to tap into sort of like the different realities that we would create if we made different decisions. So if you want, let's say you are deciding upon like three different jobs, right? Let's say you're deciding upon three different jobs and you're curious, like, okay, if I go this route, how would it be, right? How would I live? What is my experience? If I go this route, how is my experience? What kind of life would I create for myself? What kind of people would be around me, right? And then over here, so let's example, and then sphere energy will help you tap into each pathway, and it will give you, based on the current question, the current circumstances and all that, it will give you the idea and the information you need to help you make a decision, and it will show you the pathways. Does that make sense? So I think there was something else I wanted to share. Let me go that little back. So I like to use those 1-inch small hearts as third eye stones. I lay down and place the heart between my eyebrows and meditate. I like to use the heart when I need to create a connection of the heart chakra with the third eye. I like that. So again, with Elisa and what she's saying, why am I doing this? See the heart, you guys? With Elisa, what she's saying, let's go back to heart for a second, as you're telling me about your spheres. But what she's expressing is that she likes to bring heart energy into a different chakra. So if she wants to bring the heart connection to her third eye, she'll place it on the third eye, but you can utilize that for, any chakra. If you need more of an understanding of your power, you maybe utilize the solar plexus chakra, work with the solar plexus chakra, place a heart on there to have more understanding and love towards your power, you as a powerful person. I find, it's just important to remember that energy, right? So pure insight for insight. Ooh, I like that. I know I do need some coffee. I really do, but it's all good. I wanted to do this first. So I like that, Valerie. Thank you for sharing that. Spheres tend to draw me into them. Yes, Christopher, absolutely. Good to see you. I'm happy to see you. Yes, they do. They have that. And I think because, like, they have this ability to pull us in, and I think of the sphere as like the womb of Gaia, right, of Mother Earth, and then we're being pulled into the center of the sphere, and it's also very like cosmic, right? I think of like galaxies and like the Milky Way. I just think of so many different like cosmic things in regards to spheres and how the energy is moving, right? And so we are drawn into them. So I like that, absolutely. So let's see. Let's do this. So something not many may know, you can use a sphere in a crystal grid instead of a point at the center when you need to create energy. Ooh, that manifests on a 360 degree. I like that. Thank you for sharing that. And remember, y'all, this video experience is in honor of Elisa's crystal sale. So again, she has some major crystals up there, and I'm doing this to honor her sale, to give some information where I can, my appreciation to her, because she's a great friend. So points push upward energy toward the universe. Yes, a sphere will project energy outwards in every direction. For example, Gaia grids, global peace grids, and so on. I love that. I do. See, that helps us take into consideration the different shapes of crystals and what they can really do, right? Well, hello, Minuet. Good to see you. So I like that. Again, if you're wanting to like really like have a well-rounded experience, get it? That's stupid. That's so dumb, you guys. I'm sorry. That was so cheesy. I didn't even think of it as I said it. If you want a well-rounded experience, you can work with the sphere at the center, right? And if you really want to turn energy and really manifest on a grander scale, but well-rounded in the sense you get to sort of like tackle every different nook and cranny, spheres are powerful for that, right? I need some water. Hold on. I don't know what it is about spheres. I always lean more towards eggs. Eggs. So, let's see. Let's go in And always feel free, share your thoughts, your ideas. And like I said, there's a lot of information, so this is going to be a long video. I appreciate your time and your energy here. You can always come back if you need, because yeah, we have 7 crystals to get into, but this is the last of the shapes. Generators. Do you guys work with generators? So this is, I broke the tip, but this is a rose aura quartz. It's really cute if you could see it, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to catch it. But this is considered, ooh, it's so pretty on this end, a generator, right? It's usually like, I think about 6 sides that come to a point, like that. So how do you work with generators? Do you utilize generators? They're great for crystal grids, they're great for a lot of things. So when we think generators, what do generators do? What does the word say to you? How does it make you feel? They generate, obviously, they initiate, they activate energy. So generators are really great. This is how energy is being revved up, right? I don't know. So energies are being revved up and pulled up, and boom. You like that? So energies are being revved up and really really getting and gathering energy, and then boom, it shoots up. So I have a sphere world globe for a healing altar. Ooh, for COVID. Oh, COVID-19 tumbles and points towards the globe, sending the energy to the earth. I love that. That's great. So with generators, they generate, initiate, activate energy. So just think about that. How could you apply that? How would you utilize a generator in that sense? And then they really do help clear out negative vibration, negative energy. They also help to restore and retune the energetic body. Because again, I think of, like, for some reason, I guess because we're getting close to July, I think of fireworks, and I think of that firework that spins and it's like shooting stuff out. And I think of that kind of as a generator, where it's gathering all of that energy, it's gathering all of these things, and it's helping to, like, really take everything and rebalance and fine tune and make things a little bit more in alignment with where you really are and who you really are. And so that's a really powerful thing for generators. And again, if you want to, like, again, we're going to go back to the addiction, just because we can be consistent, right? So if you're, whatever addiction or addictive tendency you're working through, if you want to bring healing to that, you can take a generator, right? A generator, and you can utilize it to take all of those experiences, right? Because when we're working with addiction, again, I'm no professional, right? So take all of this into consideration. But when we're working with certain addictive tendencies and behaviors and different things, there's so many things that sort of like break off. And we have different, like, mental experiences. We have different people, like, we become different individuals to different people, and then we have different people believing that we fulfill these different roles. So there's a lot of different fragments, is what I'm trying to say. We have different fragments of us all over. A generator crystal, let's say generator amethyst, it helps pull all of those fragments, all of those energies, right? You can program it to do this. It pulls all of those energies, right? It pulls all of the energies together, and think of it as almost like an elevator. So then it's going up. So it's pulling all of those energies, right? Boom, boom, different facets. And then you are pointing it upwards, and you're saying, look, I am choosing to bring healing to this experience. Yes, there are different variations, different variables, and I'm choosing to bring healing to this experience. And so all of this energy is gathering at the base, and then at, like, an elevator, you're sending it up and sending it to the cosmos, sending it to God, goddess, divine spirit, however you connect. And you're saying, look, I'm changing this. I'm bringing healing to this experience, and I'm working through this. Generators are really powerful for, like, shadow work, right? If you're in a therapy, again, no judgment. Who doesn't want and need to work with therapy on many levels. But if you're going through counseling, different things like that, you're working with a professional to help you work through some like trauma, a generator is great to supplement, right? To work with, because it helps you to really adjust to that energy, right? And then it activates those aspects in us, and that we're going to transform this. Does that make sense? So let's see. A generator works like a circuit. Its base gathers the energy like a funnel, and the tip will project upward energy, which has been filtered or filtrated, amplified from Earth to universe. You can switch the circuit direction, gather energy from the universe to Earth using in a grid crystals that attract like magnetite, green aventurine, and pyrite. I love green aventurine. Yes. I love pyrite too. That's what I was trying to say. I was just thinking green aventurine. I love pyrite. I do. So that's a generator, right? So take that into consideration as you work with different crystals for different purposes, right? And they're great for grids, and they're great to just like utilize as sort of like wands. You can kind of place it on the body in different spaces. Like if you're just sitting here, I'm a unicorn, see? I know I'm full of those dad jokes, but if you wanted to, you could place it over a chakra point, right? A space, and gather the energy here. You're kind of working to cleanse and purify that chakra and generate it and activate it and utilize it, right, into a better space. Boom. You can place it on like, let's say third eye. I want to activate it and I want to bring health to it. I want to bring understanding to it. And so I take a generator, I place it there, and I gather that energy, call it forth. And then it's like, pew, like boom, pew, pew. I'm talking so much, I can't do that. And it sends it out, like boom, transformation. I'm telling the universe that, hey, this is what's going on. I'm bringing healing here. I'm generating the energy to activate it. So if you have like a slower acting, right, chakra, you can place a generator over that space or on that space, and you can get it to be activated again and moving. I mean, they don't necessarily go inactive, but they're still moving on some level. But if you need it to sort of speed up and get back to healthy levels, you can place a generator over that chakra, and you can allow it to gather the energy, and then you can focus it in on creating a better space, right? Right. So, cool. Let me take a little sip. Well, hello, Manda May. Hello, Sonia. Welcome. Oh, this is cool. All of my deities have generators on their individual altars. When they are assisting me in a casting, I often move those and grid those on my working altar for a focused boost of their energy. Well, hello, Shawnette. So, okay, another cool thing, like if you work with like affirmations or intentions, you can place, let me just use a tarot card really quick. Why this one? But you could place, right? Actually, this would be really good for working with addiction, reminding you that, hey, I have the power. I'm keeping myself in a situation. I can utilize this to transform. But anyways, you can place like your intention, place a generator on top to gather the energy of that intention, and then boom, send it out to the universe and create what you need. Okay. Right. Okay, so I'm going to get into, I'm really hoping that this does not shut off. From what I understand, there's some complications with screen share. I'm going to try. I'm hoping it works. Y'all, we're going to get into the crystals now. We're going to get into talking about crystals. So hopefully I can do this. Screen share. I think that was the 7 of Swords. No, it was the 8 of Swords, sorry. Okay, let's try this. Screen share. Okay, let me remove this. See, I was working on this for you guys. This is fun, huh? And these are crystals that Elisa has in her sale. Like, thought this would be great to work with. So, this is Silver Moonstone, right? So Silver Moonstone, let's talk a little bit about Silver Moonstone, y'all. New beginnings, new moon. Intuition, growth, aids digestive system, assimilates nutrients, eliminates toxins and fluid retention. Remember, I expressed, these are things that we consider, we take into consideration. They are associated. It is said to aid digestive system, assimilate nutrients and all that. I'm not a doctor, right? And so if you want to supplement, like, oh, I'm going to the doctor for these things, right? I'm going to the doctor for these things. Maybe I'll work with crystals to also help me. So make sure you do this. I can't stress that enough. Make sure, don't just like, I'm going to use a crystal and not go to the doctor. No. Seek the right advice, professional advice. Supplement with stuff like this. Okay? All right. So if you've worked with Silver Moonstone, let me know how it makes you feel. Let me know how you work with it. So with Silver Moonstone, again, new beginnings, new moon, intuition, growth, aids, said to aid digestive system, assimilates nutrients, eliminates toxins and fluid retention. So I really like that, right? I like that. I enjoy that. And I like, if again, for those of us who work with the moon phases, if you really want to get the most out of like stepping into your intuitive expression and who you are and your women's mysteries for those who are women, right? If you want to tap into that, if you have a moonstone, silver moonstone, you can help amplify the new moon energy when you're working with it, right? So yeah, let me see if I can. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. So let me go down. Here's the next little. So Silver Moonstone also is said to help alleviate degenerative conditions of skin, hair, eyes, and fleshy organs, such as the liver and the pancreas. And so if we are working with Silver Moonstone to bring healing, we might, let's say, when I think of pancreas right now, because I am type 2, they say that I'm type 2 diabetic. I'm thinking of that. I'm thinking of, okay, I go to the doctor, I do all the things. I can maybe work with Silver Moonstone to bring healing to my pancreas, to my liver. I can maybe work through healing in regards to my diabetes and helping myself, right? So I think like I can charge, right? I can utilize Silver Moonstone to like sort of charge maybe some water, to charge like some food that I consume, the food that I eat. I could do that to help have that spiritual energy to help me as I'm doing the physical application. Does that make sense? And so with hair, it helps. Like if we have a situation like we're going through and like super stressed or whatever, we're losing hair, our skin's doing not such great things, we can hold on to that Silver Moonstone. And obviously we want to figure out the core issue, right? We want to figure out the core issue, but we also can utilize and work with Silver Moonstone to help boost our energy, to help our hair to be stronger and shinier, to help our skin to be better, and to help our eyes to see better, right? So we can work, again, this is how I process things, and this is how I'm going to share with you today. I would take like skincare. If I have like my serums or my moisturizer or whatever I'm using for skincare, I would utilize my Silver Moonstone. I would grit those. I would charge those with the Silver Moonstone, right? Does that make sense? So I would charge those products because they're there to help me. And if we're taking, let's say we're taking different like medications that we need to be taking for whatever's going on with us, you could take a Silver Moonstone and charge your medication with that power to supplement, right? You're still taking what you need to take and following doctor's orders, but you can then also add a layer of spirituality, right? And your craft. And so it helps to alleviate the intensity of things. And it makes me think, because I'm on keto for my managing and working through and reversing all this other stuff, it makes me think of a lot of people who start keto, they tend to lose their hair and things get, tend to bad at first until they build all that back up. So this could help with that. Like you start a new program, you can utilize Silver Moonstone to help buffer the things that cause like hair loss and other things. So that might be something to consider. Another thing is like those people who are going through like chemo, this might help, right? Understand like, you know what, this is a new beginning, because again, Silver Moonstone is new beginnings. I'm going through some new beginnings. I'm going through some stuff in my life. I'm going to utilize the power of Silver Moonstone with what I'm already doing to help me, with this fight. So I can help with the process of my skin, the hair, my eyes. I can help with all of these things that are going on. Does that make sense? And so it also helps us with our intuition, right? It helps us, okay, look, this is really good for me. I'm going to do this, or this is not really good for me. I'm not going to do this. And so it helps us again. We're trying to assimilate like these nutrients, right? We're taking maybe supplements, or we're trying to get the best out of the foods that we consume. We can then work with Silver Moonstone to help us really get that in the body. And so another thing that makes me think is like, there's a lot of food nowadays that are not necessarily created the best for us. So not just praying over our food helps to rebalance it, but we can work with Silver Moonstone to help us sort of like set the tone, the vibration of what we consume. Like it helps us to get in the better energy for ourselves and really bring this into the body, right? And it helps us to eliminate toxins. So Silver Moonstone, again, can help with, when I think of eliminating, I'm sorry, there's like so much information that I want to say. When I think of eliminating toxins, right, I think of detoxification. And so I can place, again, let's say, I've seen a lot of stuff lately. My third eye is heavy and I am in pain and I'm hurting because I've psychically picked up a lot of stuff, right? And so I need to rebalance myself. I need to bring that in, right? And so I need to find a way to release and banish it. It's not just sage that I'm going to use, or Palo Santo, or frankincense and myrrh. It's not just those things. I want to work with crystals. And so I'm going to work with crystal Silver Moonstone, and I'm going to place it on my third eye chakra. And I'm going to know that this is initiating something new, right? New beginnings. So I'm going to start new, right? Boom. And I know that it's said to help to eliminate toxins. Well, I got some toxicity going on in this third eye, right? Okay, so I'm going to put myself in a position where I can meditate or ground and find my center. And then I'm going to place that Silver Moonstone on that third eye. And I'm going to let the energy sort of take all, and I'm going to focus and visualize. I don't know why I pointed to my ear and said focus, whatever. I'm going to feel it too. And I'm going to allow for the Silver Moonstone to eliminate the toxicity that is gathering at my third eye chakra. And I'm releasing that, and I'm bringing healing, and I'm bringing this new sense of well-being, right? And I'm bringing growth into my life, right? Does that make sense? And so you could do that. So if you're going through, a lot of us are going through some stuff right now, and you want to focus on something that is in your highest and best, and you want to focus on the growth that you're having in your life right now, you could create a spell bag, right? A spell bag, and whatever growth that is, right? Focus on a color, the spell bag color. Focus on whatever you want, whatever you're wanting to grow, and bring this into your life. You can get whatever color of spell bag or whatever, and utilize that. You can place different symbols on the outside of the spell bag if you'd like, to represent what you're growing, representing you stepping into a new you, right? And place that Silver Moonstone in there. You can place an intention paper, write your intention on what you want to manifest. So if you're wanting to manifest like intuition or psychic power or psychic growth, right? You can utilize a purple, right? Purple, I don't know why I keep saying right, but bear with me. You can work with a purple bag. This is a bag, you guys. Purple bag. And then maybe you want to put the all-seeing eye on the bag, or whatever represents psychic skills for you. Put that on the bag. And then you can place your intention paper inside the bag. You can place maybe some cinnamon. Cinnamon's really great for many things. I like it for this because it's sweet. It's also speeding up the process. It's also really connected and it's success. So cinnamon with your Silver Moonstone. This is us dropping it into the bag. And then Maybe some eye bright. Eye bright is really good for like clairvoyance. So eye bright, seeing things clearly, right? Clary sage would be really good to add clary sage to your bag if you want. So there's all those different things that you can add to your bag, spell bag, to create that, and all of that works together to initiate this experience, right? You could even do this on and under the new moon, right? Because again, silver moonstone is associated with the new moon, right? It helps us tap into that vibration, and so we can really work the silver moonstone. If we want to do something new, this is a new growth for us. Boom, there we go. Okay. So, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm here forever. I should have done this in 2 parts. So let's do that. Let me go here. Let's go into, let me show you this. This is gorgeous. Our next crystal is Angel Aura Quartz. A lot like this. I don't know if you can't really see it but this is rose quartz. But Angel Aura Quartz. Okay, and again, always let me know, have you worked with Angel Aura Quartz? It has this sort of like loving, spiritual like energy. It's very flirty, flirtatious. I like that energy. It's fun, adventurous, and it's just really exciting. And it's very spiritual. It has joyous energy, good vibration, happy. It helps to take the challenges that we face and receive a higher understanding to take our own power back. And that's what I really appreciate about Angel Aura Quartz, is because it's helping us to take our power back, but it's helping us understand that what we're going through, whatever it is that we're facing, whatever friction, whatever challenge that we are working through, we have a better understanding of it. So we can take that energy that we're in, that we're feeling really overwhelmed by, and we can lift it up so we have a better understanding. And then, boom, it's helping us take our power back and remain, grounded and rooted in who and what we really are, right? So I like that about Angel Aura Quartz. We also have, it's considered an all healer. And again, a lot of this information is from Elisa. So let's thank Elisa. Thank you so much for sharing this. I just wanted to put these little slides up so you can see the information as well and hear it, and then we can talk about it. So it's considered an all healer, harmonizing one's energy field with the physical body. So it brings all aspects into one, right? And it brings all aspects into harmonizing with our true self. And it's thought to be particularly helpful for autism, Asperger's, and the nervous system. Again, I'm not a doctor. These are just things that we consider. But it's said to. So I think with certain autism, right? It depends. Again, I'm not having a palmstone, the texture, if that's what the individual, your child, your friend, if they're okay with that, that might help, right? That might help. Something to consider. So there's that about, again, let's see. That's Angel Aura. Super cute. Right? So it's an all healer. What does that say to you? How does that make you feel? How can you work with this in spirituality, intentions, and magic? Think about that. Another thing about the Angel Aura Quartz is it's said to be great for anxiety, panic attacks, and phobias. That's really fascinating to me. And again, I used to have like really intense anxiety. It was to the point where it felt like I almost had some sort of like agoraphobia. And I don't say that to make light of anyone who does, but it got to the point where I could go to work and be in my element, but going to other places, going to stores, it really freaked me out, and I got overwhelmed and I had to leave really fast. But I learned to work through things. I learned to utilize different crystals for myself. That worked for me. It helped me, different essential oils and stuff like that. So Angel Aura Quartz is beautiful, and the vibration it offers and provides us helps us to work through different things that might spike our anxiety. It helps us to see like, oh wow, there's beauty here. It helps us to sort of like calm and collect and soothe and slow down a little, so all of this anxious energy isn't violating our senses, right? That's what I thought too, Shauna. All healer sounds like rosemary. Yes, yeah. That would be a powerful combination too. And so, Angel Aura Quartz is great for a lot of these things. And so, if again we are working through, again, this is a Palmstone. We already know a little bit about Palmstones. So, if we're working through, let's say, a phobia, let's say we're working through something really challenging for ourselves, we can work with Angel Aura Quartz. So maybe, let's say you're going through something heavy. Maybe you're doing some shadow work. You could take a black candle, take a black candle and maybe dress it with some rosemary oil, a little bit of rosemary, a patchouli, right? And focus on working through as well as banishing, letting go, right? Of this phobia or this shadow work or this fear-based energy. You can work with that with Angel Aura Quartz, a black candle, a mixture of rosemary and patchouli to help you work through this and let go of. And really, if you want to banish, if you're working through letting go, you would want to go through consider working with the waning phase of the moon, because the waning phase is shrinking, right? We're banishing, we're letting go. You don't have to do it when necessary, but consider utilizing the waning phase to do that working. The dark of the moon as well would be really powerful for this. And so you could do that. And you have your Angel Aura Quartz, grid it, right? Good note taking. Yes. And this video is going to be uploaded and you can come back and watch it and take more notes. But the Angel Aura Quartz would be great in that. So get your black candle, your blend of rosemary and patchouli, dress the candle, and then you can have your Angel Aura Quartz. You can lay it in a grid, however you prefer. Utilize your intuition and your instincts in this. And this is one way to work with this, because again, a lot of like heavier crystals that I do like utilizing for like shadow work and stuff, like I work with black obsidian for shadow work. I work with is it Tibetan is it the I think of Thor. It's there's a Tibetan quartz shadow work I like to black Tibetan quartz. It's funny. Yes. There's that. I use different things, like a lot of like darker stones, but this I like, especially because shadow work, working through phobia, smoky quartz is great too, absolutely. Phobias, different things like that are very heavy, they're intense. So I probably would, but again, it depends on how well versed you are and experienced you are in different things. Even when you're well experienced, things come up and it's really heavy. So I like the Angel Aura Quartz for this, because you're already working through something that's heavy and that you're really emotionally attached to, so that the Angel Aura Quartz helps to bring transformation in a lighter way, because it brings joy in, it brings happiness in, it brings this understanding on a higher level. So you feel a little more comforted and safe, right, as you do the heavy work. Does that make sense? And so you can grid that and then light that candle. You can call forth your spirit guides, your allies, and your highest and best, whoever you connect with, and really, really, really focus in on utilizing that vibration, that energy to transform something, right? So let's see. Shadow work, I like to use black Tibetan quartz. The darkest, the better. It amplifies, intense, protects, and mirrors energy, mirrors back energy send. The worse is the work. The stronger black Tibetan quartz will react. Yes, absolutely. I like that. Absolutely. So black Tibetan quartz really is that great. But for this, again, depending on how heavy it is, you have the black candle that can banish and let go as well as protect. But sometimes you need a little lighter of an energy, still intense and powerful, to blend really well, because we're already like so emotionally charged. So just consider that, right? So did I do all of this? Yeah, so there. Just let's go into Tiger's Eye. Before we get into Tiger's Eye, let me just tell you something about Tiger's Eye. No, you're fine. It's good to know. Everyone has different. No, don't even be sorry about that, because that's good information. That's kind of how I do too. But it's important to realize, to discern where we are in our healing, where we are in the situations. If it might be too much, let's do. And again, maybe they don't have Tibetan quartz. I have Angel Aura. I can use that. So just consider all of that. There's so many different ways to do this, and that's the beautiful thing, right? So before we get into tiger's eye, let me just tell you, be very, and with all crystals, they all have underlying currents. So as they can be used for positive change, they can also be used for things that are a little more cunning, a little more deviant, a little more, I don't want to say bad because I don't really think good, bad. I think of, different experiences. Just be mindful of that. So I learned that tiger's eye can be actually used to separate people. Yep. It can be used in separation. It can be used for divorce. So just be mindful of that. It's really interesting. And that's, again, why it's so important to program your crystals, to program and set your intentions. Like, hey, I'm working with you for this. This is why we're working together. So, my niece like, you need to shave your chest, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna let it grow and let it get longer. Shauna's like, hell yes, tiger's eye, it'll put hair on your chest. Just made me think of that, what she just said to me. So tiger's eye is great for protection, protection, good luck, focus, clarity. Helps us to take an emotional situation and approach it with a more detached and logical view. Are you referring to your dark place? No, not me specifically. I'm just saying, like, I know I've learned that it can be used to divorce. I don't think of my phase of life as dark or light. It's just learning and embodying different aspects of who I am and learning to work with that and blend that. So I still show up when I need to in whatever phase, absolutely. So what I appreciate about tiger's eye is it really, if we're emotionally charged in something, right, we're really like emotionally involved and we know that already, we really want to be detached. We want to discern things. We want to look at things from a detached point of view so we have more information and we don't make rash decisions based on emotions that are getting in the way at that moment, because we know that they are influencing us in what we're doing and how we are handling people. So that's what I really appreciate about tiger's eye, because it will help us. My light just went off because I've been talking for 5 years. I apologize, but I want to get through this. I like that it helps us with understanding. Like, look, this is really good for relationships. Like, if you got out of a toxic relationship and then you're starting to get into a new relationship and you see that this new relationship, like, oh my gosh, this person is acting like this person, I'm ending this relationship, right? That's really emotional. Sometimes that's absolutely accurate. Sometimes it's not. So tiger's eye will help protect your heart. Get it? Because it's a heart, tiger's eye. Hello. It will help protect your heart, but it will also help you understand, like, look, let me detach. I'm not going to rush in and make this emotionally charged decision. I'm going to detach. I'm going to understand why I feel this way, why I'm processing this way, and I'm going to look at the facts. Does that make sense? So just be aware of that. It helps us to focus in. Again, okay, I'm not going to be emotional. I'm going to take my emotions into consideration, but I'm going to look at the situation with the facts. I'm going to focus. I'm going to bring clarity of mind. I'm going to be understanding in that sense. And I'm going to be protected at the same time doing this work, right? Let's see. My dad always said that growing up, something yummy, he'd say, careful, daughter, that'll put hair on your chest. That's hilarious. Yes. So from a sales point of view, for some reason, tiger's eye is not among people's favorite stones. They don't look like the energy. I personally think tiger's eye is one of the most stones that have such a powerful energy. Many people are repelled because they need it. Oh, absolutely. And I think it's like, I don't know, right? And I think also it's like it's You have to really be ready to tap into that tiger's eye vibration, because on the outside it feels like, I don't know if I like it, but then when you really get and build that relationship with its energy and vibration, boom, it packs a punch, y'all. It's really great. So it's like that. It's sneaky in that sense, right? So I always felt tiger's eye was cold. Reminds me of the men that wear them for some weird reason. I hear ya. Yeah, that's. Let me see. Okay, I have more to share. So also, tiger's eye helps to discern our own energetic investments versus others. So it helps us to differentiate what we are doing, what we are investing, if this is our emotion, if this is our experience, if this is our thought process, or if this is a thought process from another person, or if this is an emotion that is from another person. Does that make sense? And so what another great thing about tiger's eye, it helps us to remain discerning as, is this my vibration? Is this my life? Is this my energy? Is this my story? Or is this an outside influence? So it's really great if you're doing spirit work. Sorry. If you're doing spirit work, if you're doing mediumship, if you're doing different things that help you, that need you to be very discerning, even when you're reading for clients, if you do that, it helps you. Am I picking up on their energy and just doing basing my information on that, or is this energy that I'm picking up, where I need? It helps you to discern. Does that make sense? And so that's what I like here as well. It reminds you, like, look, this is from an outside source. This is internal source. These are the differences. Be mindful of that. So it is also said to stabilize mood swings, imbues us with willpower, purpose, courage, and self-confidence, and releases tension. Let's talk about mood swings, y'all. Let's talk about mood swings. So we all have mood swings on various levels and in different situations, and there is nothing wrong with them. But when we know, maybe go grab that tiger's eye. Be like, okay, don't grab a tiger's eye and like chuck it at the person who's having a mood swing. That's not going to fix anything. Please don't do that. Please. But it helps. So again, if you have someone who goes through mood swings and they want you to do something for them, like maybe magically or spiritually, they want you to help them with their mood swings, you could take and make a little, a spell bag, right? Or put a little goodie box together for them, whatever you prefer. Put in that spell bag tiger's eye to help neutralize that energy, to help work through mood swings and stabilize that vibration, to also protect them as they're going through this phase of life or experience, whatever. It also brings good vibration, good luck, so they feel a little like, okay, it's not just protecting me and helping me to stabilize my energies as I'm going through this, but it's also like I look forward to what's next. So you could do that. That's why we add the tiger's eye to the bag. And then what I would do is add like orange blossoms, or maybe something with orange essential oil on it in there, orange and jasmine flowers, just because it's very loving, very inviting, and very soothing. And then valerian is really good for this, but don't use valerian because it stinks. It is absolutely stinky. It is so terrible stinky, but it works. So if you don't mind, if they're not going to carry it on them, if you're going to have it on their altar or something, maybe use valerian. But oh my goodness, you can use different herbs like lavender as well with it to maybe help calm that vibration and bring soothing nature to it. And you could add things that they like, right? And do that, and that will help bring a balance to mood swings. That will help all of that nature. And you can activate it, charge it, give it life, and bless your friend or whoever with that, for ourselves too, right? If y'all, if we have like terrible road rage, like right now I'm not really driving because we really shouldn't be going anywhere unless we have to. So if you have that, this would actually really help you to detach, discern, apply yourself, and calm the energy, right? So road rage, this would be great for road rage. Okay. I've never smelled shepherd's purse. No. Asafoetida, That is nasty. I think asafoetida is worse than valerian. Oh my goodness. No. Oh, disgusting. So another thing is it said it brings healing to the eyes. Hello. Um, the throat and reproductive organs. It releases toxins, alleviates pain, and is helpful in repairing broken bones and strengthening the alignment of the spinal column. These are all just informational tidbits that we might be aware of. So if, let's say, someone we know has a broken bone, obviously they're going to go to the doctor, and they need to be going to the doctor to fix that stuff. And you can make them a healing bag. Add some tiger's eye. It will protect them. It will also help bring healing, and you can focus in on helping the right healing for their bone, yada, yada, yada. See, there's so many. If you want to do a healing spell, utilize a healing candle for that. If you're using novena candles, like with glass encased candles, you can write the person's name at the top, their birth date, their signs, and write the different aspects of healing you want, and charge it with the tiger's eye, burn that to bring healing to them, right? So there's so many different ways that you can work with tiger's eye. So it's so fun. I have a tiger eye a bat crystal that stays in my car when I travel, but I love it. Yes, red tiger's eye is different than golden tiger's eye. Absolutely. I'm not going to get into red tiger's eye just because we've already, but I might do a separate video eventually and we'll talk about red tiger's eye for sure. But yeah, it is different. Yes. So, because we have 7 crystals and we're only on 3. Okay, you guys, let's go. Ooh, see that? Look, so cute, tiger's eye. So this gives you ideas on how to work with these these things. You can work with tiger's eye for protection, to bring good luck, but just be mindful. You want to program it because it can devise. So just, yeah. Now let's talk a little bit about green rutilated quartz. Isn't that cute? That's a sphere. That's why we talked about spheres earlier. Yeah, see, I've been on here long enough. I'm like getting crazy. So green rutilated quartz. Have you worked with green rutilated quartz? What do you work with it for? How do you like it? Let me know. Comment. Tell me. So I really appreciate that this is said to be the illuminator of the soul. Like, ooh, green rutilated quartz, illuminate the soul. Bring information, show me the way, show me the pathway, right? It's really cool. Spiritual growth, green rutilated quartz, spiritual growth. What I like too is it cleanses and enhances the aura, the auric field. I know, I love rutilated quartz of all, right? So I really like that it cleanses and enhances the aura. And so if you're doing healing work and you want to like sort of brush, I like to brush the aura after every healing that I do for people. I like to like comb the aura, brush it. You could take green rutilated quartz to bring a more heart-centered approach and bring a more loving and compassionate approach, and bringing healing to like a physical way too. And it can cleanse that auric field and enhance the energetic body, right? And so I would utilize and work with the green rutilated quartz. Say that 5 times fast, y'all. Say it. And that will help bring cleansing and enhancing the vibration of the aura. So after a healing, if you're working with the angel aura quartz to release a phobia or work through fear or shadow work, you can then take your green rutilated quartz and comb the aura, right? To feel cleansed and purified and to feel enhanced in this new you, right? And it helps you focus on staying in a positive mindset. So what does that say to you? Okay. So this helps you focus on staying and remaining in a positive mindset. Again, especially in regard to like we get activated by people and behaviors, right? Ooh, I get riled up. Like on my page, y'all, I get riled up because certain people say certain things and I'm just like, I'm not having it. This is not a space for that. This is a space for inclusivity. This is a space for respect. You're not coming here and acting a fool. So I need to like channel that green rutilated quartz to help me focus, to say what I need to say, but also remain in a positive mindset, because that makes me feel better. I don't want to stay in that mindset that makes me feel gross. Does that make sense? And so the green rutilated quartz helps me to be better and to focus on better things. I don't stay there that long. Another thing is it is said to be great to get to the core of a problem. And so again, if we're working at releasing fears or phobias or anxieties or things like that, and we're not quite sure where the core expression is, we can work with green rutilated quartz. How many times can I say this in this video? To get to the core of the issue. If we're doing some healing work and we can scan the body with this crystal, and we can see where it's really picking up energy, and we can know, oh, maybe this, when I put it over, let's say I put it over the heart chakra, and the heart chakra really boom, bounce, and it was like intense energy, and there we go, so much, right? The heart chakra is where the core, possibly where the core of the work needs to be done. This is the core issue. So I know then I can apply this information. Oh, this is heart stuff. I almost swore. Heart stuff that we need to work with, right? It's also said to help relieve fear, anxiety, somber energies, and promotes forgiveness on all levels. So I really like some of these are, oh yeah, all crystals are associated with the chakras. Yeah, that was just too much information to include in this video. Jeepers. But yes, great minds, absolutely. And so what I appreciate about this as well is it promotes forgiveness on all levels. And so if we're doing gratitude work and we're trying to really work through us, we realize forgiveness is for us to help us detach from the energy that other people are projecting, right? We're not saying we condone your behavior, but we are learning to forgive ourselves in this space and forgiving on all It is, yeah, I will definitely check into that and do that. But, I will forgive myself and the situation because I am freeing myself from activating this energy going forward in my life. And so we can work with the green rutilated quartz to bring that healing in and that understanding in, and to really free us from holding on to these things, because we want to move forward and we don't want to carry that energy with us. Yes, that energy is a part of our story. That energy is there, but it is no longer being activated. Again, I can't tell you if forgiveness is right for you. I'm not going to tell you when or where or how to forgive. It's up to you. You're right. Your power. I'm not going to say you have to or you should. If it's what you want, this green rutilated quartz is intense for that. And it helps us to stop the activation of those energies and to focus in on what we love and where we love, right? So it's also said to be helpful for chronic conditions and for impotence and infertility. Helps with burnout. So again, if we're constantly doing stuff and we're constantly working, we're hustling, or we're just constantly feeding ourselves this information, it's just overwhelming. We can work with this to help heal and work through burnout. It also said to stimulate cell regeneration and repairs torn tissue. That's interesting. So you could work with green rutilated quartz. Oh, I spelled it wrong, you guys. I'm so sorry. This says rutilated. See? Oh well. You can work with green rutilated quartz to help with healing infertility stuff or impotency. So if you have a client, they're going through treatments and you want to supplement this, you might make a little, let's say a green spell bag, or maybe even red for like blood and activation. There's so many different colors that you can utilize to associate, right? And so you can take that color. You might use like phallic symbols or the vulva or just different things for fertility, the womb, and maybe like a child in the womb. If that's the goal here is to get pregnant, you can do that. You can add the green rutilated quartz to that because it is helping with the transition. It is helping to really plant the seed, so to speak, and healing the vibrations that are going on that are preventing, right? And sometimes it's the forgiveness of whatever is happening, maybe in past lives or whatever. There's so much to consider. And so you could put that in a spell bag. You could possibly utilize goldenrod. Goldenrod is really great for impotency. Tribulus, maybe. Goldenrod, tribulus, and maybe even some silver moonstone. It just depends. Maybe some, did I say patchouli? Maybe patchouli. But a little bit goes a long way. You can think of all those things and you can have your person who's working this, you can have them wear it over whatever part you're trying to help with. So if it's the womb, you can have them place it over the womb area, and help that with in supplement of their treatments, right? So there's that. You could utilize this in spells for that energy, that vibration, right? Let's see. Rutilated quartz is part of the penetrator crystals. The rutilate grows at first within the quartz, then in it. Penetrators aid one in going within oneself. Penetrators can be used to become familiar with one's true self and connect to one's soul. I love that. And then we also have penetration. So we realize that's, again, association with fertility. Yeah. Okay, you guys, let's move on, I think. See that? Pretty. Okay. Next, Tanzanite. So precious, so beautiful, so gorgeous. Tanzanite. This is my favorite picture right here. Okay, let me drink of water. We're getting there. So again, I appreciate your time. I know this is long. So Tanzanite stimulates the throat, third eye, and crown chakra. Throat, communication. I also associate the throat chakra with like spirit and clairaudience. The third eye, boom, and the crown chakra. So higher chakras, very spiritual, right? Higher vibrational. It activates our psychic abilities and vibratory rate, our vibration, what we vibrate at, right? Facilitating communication with the higher spiritual dimensions. So how does that make you feel? What pops up? Have you ever worked with Tanzanite? What do you like it for? So again, Tanzanite is a great crystal to work with to channel higher understanding of a situation. And again, if you are in communication, if you're communicating with someone, if you're going through a relationship that is maybe a little challenging, but you need to learn to communicate effectively, you can work with Tanzanite because it will help you express yourself, but it will help you also see things clearly, but it will also help you see things from a divine point of view because the crown chakra vibration, it helps you understand. It helps you hold compassion. It helps you hold awareness for the situation. So not just relationships, but work situations, anything. So if you want help in communicating effectively, but also channeling a higher perspective, Tanzanite is your go-to, right? So it also, again, helps you raise your vibration, keep choosing better thoughts for yourself, keep choosing better experiences for yourself, and all of that. Let's see, I have this. Okay, cool. So it also helps dissolve old patterns of dis-ease and karma. It brings optimism, inspiration, and a sense of purpose or direction. It helps us manifest for our highest and best. I love this. I love this for Tanzanite, what we're talking about. What I like is a lot of times we can find spiritual, emotional, associations with physical manifestations in the body. So we know what we feed our body, mind, body, and spirit. It goes in within us, right? And then it manifests manifest. So we can find spiritual associations with, physical ailments and things like that. And so with Tanzanite, what it does and what it will help us with, it helps us to recognize those patterns, and it helps us to disperse those patterns. Like, you know what? I no longer accept this as my reality. And so I'm doing the physical work, right? The professional work, whatever it requires me to do. I'm doing all of that, but I'm working with my Tanzanite crystal as well to help me recognize the pattern, the spiritual pattern or thought process, the emotion that I'm focusing upon that is also manifesting in this body to co-create and create the situation. So I'm going to do the healing work, and the Tanzanite will help recognize that, help to dissolve it, and help to detach from this dis-ease creation and focus in on a better life experience for ourselves. Does that make sense? Let me see. And so it also brings optimism. So it's like, okay, keep that hope up, keep that good vibration up, keep doing the work. It's helping me to stay in that space. And it's also being inspired because, again, it is associated with the higher chakras. And so it's helping me be inspired by the divine. Like, I know I'm capable of this. I'm worthy of this. And so we got the good vibes. We got the good stuff. And it helps give direction. So you know what? I am working through this in the body. I'm working through this and bringing healing to my life. And I am dissolving the illusions that are happening right now. And I'm stepping into the reality. The reality is what I decide, what I am focused in on, and what I choose to move forward with. And I am so happy and excited to do this work. Tanzanite, boom. There it is. And it helps us to remain creating in our highest and best. So if you are manifesting, if you're doing like the law of attraction, you're doing something to manifest and create, you can work with Tanzanite to bring in a higher vibrational sequence to help you stay in what is in your highest and best, right? So another cool thing, what I appreciate again about Tanzanite is it is a protector of healers. It protects healers. It said to alleviate skin disorders, clears the throat and lungs, and can be used it's said to be used to treat ears and eyes, the ears and eyes disorders. It's also said to boost the immune system, speeding up recovery after an illness. So there's many things to unpack here, and I'm trying to keep this as short as possible because we've already been on here for an hour and a half. So a little bit of information about this. You could actually, if you're taking different supplements or your medications that are helping work with like cold medication, if you're working through a cold or whatever it is that you're doing and you have an illness or something going on, you can take Tanzanite and use it to boost and charge those things like we talked about earlier. You can charge those things to help it give that spiritual essence where you're channeling divine energy into this medication or whatever it is you're doing. And it will help you, right, boost your immune system, and it helps speed the recovery, right, process. So there's that. Another cool thing, so what we can talk about, if you are a healer, we know, like if you're a healer, we pick up on a lot of things that we heal. So when we're healing, we're really in the nitty gritty. We're in someone's space, we're doing the work, and we can take on a lot of energy and vibration from those that we are directing that healing towards. And even if you're like a healer, not like a spiritual healer in the sense of like Reiki and different healing techniques, but if you're like a doctor, a nurse, you pick up on things like this. So Tanzanite on the body can help protect your vibration, protect your energy, and still root it like in higher vibrational frequency. And so when you're doing the work, have Tanzanite on you to protect you during the process. And it doesn't prevent you from doing the healing work. It makes you a better healer because, again, you can let go and let God, let go and let Goddess, right? And so as you're doing the healing work, it is raising the vibration so you are not rooted in any pain or any discomfort or anything that is projected to you through your client. Does that make sense? So if you want to do like a protection spell for healers, you could take a white candle, right? You could etch different sigils, symbols, words, whatever you want on the candle in association with healing work. And then you could even take like a petition paper and write all of the healers you're on your list, and you can then grid it with like Tanzanite, maybe some black tourmaline as well, and grid that candle and focus that energy on the candle and focus the vibration, the work to protect the healers, the nurses, the doctors, the spiritual healers, the all of that. And then you can light that candle up and boom, there you go. This is great to do on a full moon, right? It really is. And this will help bring healing and protect the healers who are in it and doing the work. Okay. Um, so yeah, that's Tanzanite. We're almost done. Thank you so much for sharing this time and space with me. I really do appreciate you. I'm trying not to ramble too much. So we're gonna get into green garnet, which is 6. We have 7 crystals, so we're almost done, you guys. Again, thank you. Thank you. So green garnet. Green garnet, it cleanses and re-energizes the chakras. I like that about green garnet. So green garnet cleanses and re-energizes the chakras. It revitalizes, it purifies, it balances energy. It inspires love and devotion. Green garnet is really great to wake up to. So when you wake up and you pray or you do your devotions or you do your affirmations, your positive reinforcements and self-talk, hold on to green garnet and express yourself. Tune into its vibe and it will program your day for a better experience, right? Green garnet. Also, it's said to balance the sex drive and alleviates emotional disharmony. It stimulates past life recall, sharpens perceptions of oneself and others. So this would be really great to help understand more of who we are, and then more of who we are with other people, and more of who other people are alone, right? So it removes inhibitions and taboos. So it helps us to sort of work through different things, like maybe we're scared of doing something because we are told that we shouldn't be able to do that. Like a lot boys don't do that, men don't do that, girls don't do that, women don't do that, right? It helps us work through those different fear-based programs and heal that and overcome and step into our own power. Okay. It also is said to open the heart and bestow self confidence. So if we're not really that emotional, we're not that emotional, or if we have trouble opening our heart space and letting energies in or people in and communicating from the heart, green garnet is our go-to because it helps us to open that space, and it also helps us to have self-confidence. It's confidence. It is said to also regenerate the body and stimulates the metabolism. It purifies the heart, lungs, blood, and regenerates the DNA. It boosts the immune system. That's all part of green garnet. So how does that make you feel? Have you ever worked with green garnet? Let me know. Comment. Let me know if you've worked with green garnet or if you're interested in working with it and how you would utilize it. But I would definitely take like a yellow bag if you want to bring joy, like a yellow bag, a spell bag. Place green garnet inside of it to help, initiate opening the heart space and giving you self-confidence and love, right? And all of that. And it also, to re-energize all aspects of who you are, balance your energy, and inspire that love and devotion. Put that in a yellow bag. Add like sunflower seeds or a sunflower like petals if you want, into that to channel joy and happiness and graciousness, right? Put that in there. Add different, like maybe pink or yellow roses to boost like fun and adventure and excitement and friendship, right? And there you go. Activate it, charge it, give it its life. And that will help you connect with all that you are, right? That will help you remember that you are a loving individual and you can connect emotionally and you connect from the heart space and you're okay. And it helps boost self-confidence as well. That's working to do. Okay. So there's that. You can also take green garnet if you're a healer, if you're working to bring healing, and just move it around your chakra points and allow the energy of green garnet to infiltrate the chakras and help retune and rebalance the chakras. So there's that with the green garnet, right? So let's see what's next. What is this? Okay, this is Quantum Quattro. Quantum Quattro. What? Have you worked with Quantum Quattro? Quantum Quattro, have you worked with it? Let me know. Okay, so Quantum Quattro connects to the earth star, heart, throat, and third eye chakras. So I like that because it's like really balancing. It helps engage the energy and the vibration of what we're doing. And so that's really powerful, really potent. It allows one to acknowledge and release emotional patterns and emotional traumas held within one's cellular memory. I really like that because it gives us the opportunity to work through a lot of stuff that we're going through and bring healing to the emotional stuff, that the emotional baggage, and release it. Like, it helps us to step into the power, but it's like, it's not allowing for the energy to be stagnant. It's moving the energy within our system, and it's letting it flow, and our body is adjusting to it and learning to become more of who we really are, right? So Quantum Quattro. It also protects from negativity. It helps with inner vision to be able to understand issues within life and communicate one's feelings and inner truths with a heart-centered awareness. So Quantum Quattro, how does that make you feel? You know, I would really use this in a grid or use this to meditate with, to really understand, you know what? Who am I? What am I? What am I here to do? It allows me to figure that out. It helps me to remain in my own authenticity. It helps me to understand myself, right? And it helps me to channel my power and release the toxicity, release the things that no longer serve me, the emotional baggage that I'm letting go of, that is, you know, it's no longer being activated. I'm stepping into a new space for myself. And so it protects me from the energy that is negative in this sense, right? As I focus on becoming better in my life. So it helps me work with this energy and remain centered, right? And it helps me step into my own power. So I definitely work with this to understand myself and to also redesign my reality in alignment with this new self, because we each get to show up every day for our own lives, our own reality. And when we do, we get to decide, I want to focus on this, or I want to focus on that. This is in my highest and best. This is emotionally draining. So what do I want to focus on? And the Quantum Quattro allows us to have that power of influence to work through the things that are not that great, that are not, I should say, that are not in our highest and best, with the understanding of the life we want for ourselves. And so we get to work through that stuff, release it, protect ourselves from that space, so it doesn't have the attachments it once did. So as we start focusing on what we love, the Quantum Quattro protects us, and it doesn't allow for things to reattach. Does that make sense? So, y'all, I like it. And it's really great to meditate with. It's a very powerful experience. So let me do this. We're back. I know that was like a little blip, but we got to close up soon. I said that I would, so I'm going to. I know this has been a long video, but I was going to do something fun at the end. I'm going to choose a card to sort of like end the video. Anyways, these are really amazing stones. Elisa has them up in her sale. You can find the link to her group in the description of this video, or the group that she's having her sale in. I really appreciate your time. I know this is a long video. I know I've been rambling. So you're probably sick of my voice. But again, thank you so much for taking the time. I'm going to choose a card that we can sort of meditate on right now. There's a lot of really cool stuff to share about crystals. And again, just take everything and consider it. But, you know, it all is really great to work with. And they all can help our lives. They all can help balance our lives and help bring, you know, beauty and understanding and different things of healing. And we can work with them. So they all have energy, right? So take some time, you guys, to focus, to ground and center. And if you have any questions about the content that I expressed, feel free to comment, let me know. And if you want me to do videos on different crystals, other crystals, you're more than welcome to comment and share with me the different crystals you want me to talk about in the future. So thank you, Shauna, for showing up and sharing. I really do appreciate that. I do, absolutely. I'm going to choose a card before I lose my voice. So when you're ready, go ahead and comment 1, 2, or 3. I'm just going to choose one card, but the stack that gets the most votes, I'll utilize that. So 1, 2, or 3, stack 1, stack 2, or stack 3. Which would you prefer me to choose from? Let me know. Comment. Thank you again for sharing this time with me. I do appreciate you. The pull of time, absolutely. You know, and time really is illusory. Everything is happening now, right? Everything is happening now, past, present, future. It's all happening now. So we can tap into the pool of time. Yes. 1, 2. So we got 2 3s. Okay. 1, 2, or 3. Go ahead and comment. Let's see. 2 2s. Uh-oh. What's going on here? So 1, 2, or 3. What should we do? Hopefully the next comment will be the deciding factor. 1, 2, or 3. Which would you prefer? If no one comments, then I will choose a number. So 1, 2, or 3. Let's see. And again, I hope you got something out of this experience. I hope you got something out of this video. There was a lot of information covered. So come back. You know, I will try. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'll try and timestamp it for the different crystals. But I didn't. Okay, so we're going with 2. Thank you. I don't know. I'll try and timestamp it. So if you're watching the YouTube upload, then you can click through the videos. Okay. This is absolutely fitting. So this is what comes up for our ending our crystal experience. The crown chakra, Sahasrara. The crown chakra. I love this. I like it. So the crown chakra, like spirituality, transcendence, all that is, right? Divinity. How does that make you feel? What do you think of when you think of the crown chakra? And I really love it. I love that we're ending this crystal experience with the crown chakra. And really what this is saying is, look, remember that you're a divine individual. Like, we are all a part of the divine blueprint. We all have the divine spark within us. So learn to love yourself as a divine being. You are a creator of your reality. You are a designer of your life. And what does that mean to you? And tap into your spiritual sense. Have your spirituality, right? Whatever that means to you. Show up every day and pray or chant or affirm, but show up every day and integrate your spirituality with your everyday life, because that is true. We are spiritual beings. We are divine beings. We have that spark within us. And what does that say to you? How does that make you feel, knowing that you are a divine being, you know? In transcendence, you know what? We need to take this vibration, this earthly, there's nothing wrong with earthly, but when something is a lower vibration, there's nothing wrong with that either. We appreciate that. But when we're going through something and we realize, like, look, it's not really sitting well with me. So we have the power with the crown chakra. Take that vibration, take that energy that is not sitting well with you, and push it up into the crown space, and push it up to all that is, to cosmic source and to the gods, and release that and have a better understanding. You don't have to sit with it here where it's not feeling that right. Have a better understanding. Let it up, you know? Recognize your beauty and your power as a divine creation. Meditate with that. Ask yourself, how does this make me feel? What can I tap into here? Right? Just be mindful of that. I'm going to head out. Just sit with that for some time, the crown chakra, and let yourself soak that in. Thank you so much again. I really do appreciate your time and your space here. I'm always here to be of service where I can. Remember, this is in honor of Elisa's Soul Kisses and her crystal sale. The link is in the description. Check it out. She has some really beautiful experiences and beautiful crystals and different things to offer. My voice is going, so I gotta go as well. Thank you again. Much love, many blessings. I will talk to you soon. Blessed be.